Guys, it's Carissa from the Community Library, and I'm here today with my special guest, Telsey Vari, my mom from the Linesville Public Library. And today we're going to be showing you how to do some tie-dye, but we're going to be doing ice dye. It turns out looking a little bit like watercolor, and I'll show you an example here in a minute. And I'm going to flip the camera around, and we're going to show you what you need to do this. So, give me 1 second. Okay, so what you're going to need, and you can see I've got a whole bunch of stuff here. You're going to need some ice. Maybe your ice machine works. Mine doesn't, so I bought a bag. You're going to need a 100% cotton shirt. You're going to want it wet before you do this. You're going to need a smaller tin that you put holes in. Then you're going to need, I've got a big turkey roaster, and this is a cookie rack. Mom is actually going to be using some rocks to prop hers up, because what you're going to do is you're going to put that on, and when you put your shirt in and then put your ice on top, you want that liquid to drain, because you don't want your shirt to end up brown. You're also going to need some tie-dye. Now, you can either buy the bottle pack, but you're not going to add water to it. We're just going to use the powder. Or what I like to do is just buy the cheaper box powder. You get more powder for it, and it's slightly cheaper, because we're going to sprinkle this on top of the ice. So I'm going to show you how to do a basic spiral pattern. We're going to fold our shirts so that they're ready, and then we're going to pile our ice on and our tie-dye. Okay, we're back. So this is the shirt that I ice dyed before, and if you can tell, it looks a little more like watercolor. So that's the look we're going for compared to your normal tie-dye shirt. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and we're going to get started, and I'm going to show you just to do a basic spiral pattern. I'm going to hold this shut. Okay. So you're just going to pinch in the center, and you're just going to keep twisting. And your shirt's going to start forming into a nice circle. And then as you do that, once you get to that point, you're going to take rubber bands, and then you're just going to rubber band crossed so that it forms nice and tight, and that it's not going to come apart on you when you pick it up and move it. And if you notice the back, you can see that spiral pattern that you made. That's how you know when you've got it. Alright, so now we're going to move on, and we're going to get it set up, and we're going to put our ice on it. Okay, so we've got our shirts. They're in this smaller pan. She's got hers up on the rocks. We've got holes in the bottom of that smaller pan, and we've piled ice on it. Now we did, if you can tell, we've scrunched these so that you can really get the ice on top of the shirt, because you want the ice all piled up on it versus just spreading off of it. So then all we're going to do is we're going to take some of our powdered dye, and then you're just going to sprinkle it on wherever you think you want that color. And then just continue sprinkling it until you're satisfied, and then all you're going to do is you're going to watch ice melt. So we'll see you after the ice has melted. Okay, so we've got it all covered in our dye, and you can see it's very weird looking, kind of bright. And you can see down in the bottom of my pan, I've already got water and tie-dye coloring coming through. It's because the sun is very hot today, which makes it go a lot faster. Alright, so we'll see you in maybe about an hour, half hour when this all melts off. Okay, as you can see, guys, the ice is all melted. We've got some nice coloring going on here. I've got some green for where my yellows and my blues met. And you can see, oh, sorry, that's my cat. Say hi, everybody. That's Kit Kat. And we've got my mom's here with some really nice color variation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let these, sit here, dry off a little bit, and then I'm going to put them in a large plastic Ziploc bag, and then we're going to let them sit for a whole day, just so that the color sets in. After that, you're going to rinse them out in cold water. Get as much dye out as you can so that it's not just dripping dye tomorrow when you take it out of the plastic bag after 24 hours. Then I would give it a good soak in some white vinegar just to set the color, and then you're going to throw it in your washer just like you would anything else. Alright, and I'll show you what it looks like tomorrow after I take it out of the bag. Okay guys, so it's been 24 hours since I tie-dyed. I've gone ahead, and you can see it actually turned out pretty good. I'm really happy with it. The colors are a little more faded, like watercolors. You can see especially see if I can get it right here. It's really nice in that watercolor look. I was real nervous because the color when I tie-dyed it was this color here was the main color I was seeing. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I ruined my shirt. I mixed colors that shouldn't have been mixed, purple and yellow. I put them too close together, but it turned out really great. I'm really liking like right here, the watercolor effect looks good. Okay, so my last video got cut slightly short and I didn't realize it until I actually viewed it. So we're going to go over what I did. So, went ahead, rinsed it out like you saw, and it looked really good. I did dunk it in a little bit of vinegar, but only for just a few minutes. Nothing crazy, not any time long, just to set the color for a little bit. If you start noticing dye leaching from the vinegar, stop and rinse it out. And then I just actually hung this outside in the sun to dry so that I could see what the colors looked like. It's not quite as vibrant as it was when it was wet, but it still looks pretty cool. Still got the really nice variegated color from the ice, especially all in here on that main spiral part. So I'm pretty happy with it. I really like right here, like that turned out really well. So hopefully you guys, this turns out really good. Like I said, I have not actually washed this yet. This was just rinsed and dunked in just a little bit of vinegar, 10 minutes tops. Doesn't need to be in the vinegar very long. And it's just plain white vinegar. Do not use cleaning vinegar, just regular white vinegar. So when you go to wash it, I've rinsed this one out really, really well as I could get it before I dried it. When you go to wash it, if you did this as a family, awesome. I'd love to see all the shirts. Make sure you throw them all together in your washer. Wash on cold, just to keep those colors set a little better. You can dry it however you want, that's fine. But wash it on cold, and then I would wash it with either some towels that you really don't care about, just in case there's still some color left, even if you rinsed it really well, just in case. Especially if you're going to wash it on anything that isn't cold, definitely wash it with only things you don't care about, because heat and hot water will start getting the dye reactivated and it will come back out. So after you do it once though with regular soap and regular laundry detergent, regular laundry detergent, you should be fine after that to throw it in with the wash with pretty much anything else. Obviously you're not going to throw this in with your whites, but any other colors, it should be fine with just that initial wash. If you've got, if you do an all black load, this might be a good option to throw in there with it, because it really doesn't matter. It won't take the black dye, really, and the black won't take its dye. So, we will see you all next week. Don't forget, Trivia Tuesday is tonight, and if you play with me, I'll see you there. Oh, I'll be right back. I almost forgot, the secret code word for this week, for week 4 video activity for our Ice Dye t-shirts, is unicorn. So make sure if you're going to get your 3 tickets that the word you're putting in there is unicorn. Alright, see you all next week.